Hello everyone, my name is Yadnesh and today we have the brand new Tata Nexon EV long range with us. Now I have been using this car for over 2 weeks now and I have a lot of interesting things to talk about. But before we do that, let me quickly give you a walk around of the entire car. So in terms of design, the Tata Nexon EV looks almost identical to its petrol and diesel powered cousin. Now I really like this color because it is neither silver nor grey but something else entirely. It is called Empowered Oxide and it really makes the car stand out from the crowd. So apart from a few tidbits here and there, the car looks absolutely identical to the Nexon and that's a good thing. In the driver's seat of the Nexon EV is where you would want. Firstly, let me show you the driving position, and as you can see, you can very clearly see the end of the dashboard, meaning you sit in a very commanding position. One really cool feature is the map transfer onto the driver console, and you can easily do that by selecting the maps on the infotainment screen. Then pressing this OK button and then your maps will come onto your screen, which is very nice. Now I really love being in the back seat of the Tata Nexon mainly because of two reasons. Firstly, the thigh support over here is amazing and so is the legroom over here. And again, the suspension on the Tata Nexon are so fantastic that you can literally sleep over here without any issues over a long journey. As for the controls, almost everything remains within your reach. And the driver's seat feels very spacious, doesn't matter if you are 6 feet tall or above. Now, as for the infotainment system, this car gets all the features which are there in the Punch EV. For example, you have your streaming apps like Amazon Prime, YouTube and all, and don't think that these will work when you are driving. No, these are only meant to work once you stop your car. Moreover, you have all your park assist features, you have wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And also you have the full control of the speaker system as well. So with all that said, let me show you how it drives and how was my experience living with this car for over 2 weeks. But before we do that, let's do a quick 0 to 100. Road. Oh my god. It's climbing 120. Oh my. So that was one of the main reasons to buy the Tata Nexon EV. But seriously though, the Tata Nexon EV has plenty of power. And in the sports mode, it feels no less than a sports car. But it is only when you're going full throttle and you try to turn the car that you will realize that you are not in fact in a sports car but an electric SUV and you are sitting pretty high out. The acceleration in this thing is pretty smooth, it is instant and it feels more powerful than a freaking shortcut. Waste. Now this is something that I can get used to. If you could bring anyone back from the last century and show them this car, they'll be amazed that how can a car whose energy source is similar to what my microwave uses, it'll be so freaking powerful. Oh, nice. So let me put into perspective what I'm talking about. You see, I personally own a 2020 Maruti Suzuki Ignis, which weighs around 900 kgs and is powered by a 1.2 liter 4-cylinder petrol engine. Now, that car and that engine results in a pretty good power to weight ratio. So, compare that to this one. This Nexon EV weighs around 1400 kgs. Alright. And this thing feels more quicker than my 900 kgs Suzuki Ignis. So that's how powerful the EV powertrain in the Nexon EV is. You see, this is the natural advantage of having an electric powertrain. There are less moving parts, so the torque needs to be transferred between less components to finally reach the wheel. As a result, more torque is available and that too very instantly. In terms of driving feel, the drive is not linear but instant. You see, all of the torque is delivered at once and then it starts to taper off as the RPM climbs further. And in terms of steering feedback, the steering is light at low speeds and it gains artificial weight as I speed up the car very quickly, which is a very nice thing. No, Tata's steering wheel, ever since they have revamped their whole range, have been really good. Like steering wheel and suspension are two areas where Tata Motors is the best. But that's not to say that there are no disadvantages here, because range is something that I struggled with in the Tata Nexon EV. Once I charged my car to 99%, only to drop 10% just by traveling 10 kilometers away from this very charger. And realistically, fast charging isn't cheap either. Because although the gate showed me a range of around 320 kilometers, it dropped to just 260 kilometers only after traveling 10 kilometers. Realistically, I had to pay around Rs 500 to get a range of around 100 additional kilometers from 161 to 260. My theory is that the severe heat wave might be causing an issue, because I have seen videos of Tata Nexon EV long range doing around 300 kilometers realistically on a full charge. But this heat wave is unlike anything else. We are casually reaching temperatures of 53, 54, even 55 degrees Celsius, so anything is possible in that temperature. Also, people say that driving an electric car is better for the environment. Well, I agree to that, but only if the electricity generation is 100% from renewable resources. And I don't think that the electricity being generated over there is from a windmill or a solar panel. So buy an EV if you want, because it is in fact your choice, but it is still doing emissions at the coal power plant, just not from its tailpipe. And if you truly want to save the environment, then drive the car that you already own and maintain it properly for as long as you can. Because you cannot save the environment by consuming more. It is simply a lie told by consumerism. You can only save the environment by consuming less and buying less. With the environment studies lessons now over, let's get back to the review. Also, within the city, your charging options are limited because most of the chargers that you will find on the road are either damaged or not working. So all of this makes the Tata Nexon EV an exceptional city car to drive. Simply charge it at home daily, drive within the city, and you are not going to have any worries with it whatsoever. However, I don't think you can afford to have only an EV as your primary car, because if you want to travel outstation, then the possibility of a public charger not working is very high. Also, with so many power cuts in the Delhi NCR region, it can sometimes even become difficult to charge your car at home as well. So in conclusion, I think that the Tata Nexon EV is a really great and fun to drive electric SUV. But the infrastructure in the country at the moment is not enough to support EV only ownership. That is a sad reality, but it is a reality nonetheless. So that was it for the video. This is me, Yatnesh Dubai, signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.